The givers have to set limits because the takers never do. If you're not going to choose me, then you're going to lose me. What if I told you that losing people isn't a reflection of your worth, and that you didn't have to beg, chase, or prove your value to anyone because the right people will recognize it without you forcing them to? So those who don't, let them lose you. Because at the end of the day, your peace, self-respect, and authenticity is more than trying to convince someone to stay. So understand that today, I'm going to help you shift your mindset so that you can walk in confidence, knowing that you are enough as you are. Let's get into it. Life is a series of connections, and not everyone's meant to stay. Throughout your journey of life, you will naturally lose people. Friends, significant others, even family members naturally drift apart as you go through life's journey. Not everyone's meant to stay, and the goal is being so comfortable with yourself, so confident in who you are, that losing them doesn't devalue you. And there's this quote that really hits home. It says, "The givers have to set limits because the takers never do." And if you're watching this video, I have a feeling that most likely you're a giver. You like being there for people. Sometimes you are the one fighting for a relationship or a friendship or whatever you want to call it, for people to stay. And you constantly find yourself chasing, trying to prove your worth and your value. Unknowingly, you do realize that the more you try to prove the value or worth of something, the less valuable it looks like and it becomes. Let me give you this example. If a person goes into a Lamborghini dealership and they're thinking about buying a Lamborghini, they walk up there, the person says, all right, yeah, it's going to be $900,000 for this model and class of Lamborghinis, or $1.5 million. And the person says, it's a little pricey. I think I can find a better car, can do the same thing that I wanted to do, gas per mileage, the whole 9 yards, probably at a Nissan dealership. And you know what the salesman's gonna say? He's gonna be like, all right, yeah, sure, bye, have a good one. Because that person understands what that value of the car and what it represents, what it signifies. And then when the person walks into the Nissan dealership, walks up and says, oh yeah, I'd like to get a brand new Nissan, and the salesman goes, oh, it's gonna be about $30,000, brand new car. And he goes, that's reasonable, but it's a little pricey. I think I might be able to find something a little bit more affordable, maybe at Volkswagen. Before that person leaves, the Nissan salesman is gonna be like, wait, hold on. Maybe I could talk to my manager, bring it down a couple $1,000s, because what they're trying to do is just get you to just purchase the vehicle. If they can bring down the price, they're going to do what they can, jump through hoops and things of that nature. What I'm really trying to say here, hopefully I'm not butchering it, is that the experience you get at a Nissan dealership, that in general is kind of like you get what you pay for. I'm not saying the vehicle's horrible, great vehicle, but I'm saying that the brand and what it represents and the value is different in comparison to Lamborghini. Lamborghini is like class, status. It represents like being part of an exclusive community or club. You have to make a certain type of money to be able to even afford those types of vehicles. Versus Nissan is just, it's readily available. Anybody can really get it, as long as you have a pretty stable, steady job or purchase a used one. Even in terms of Lamborghinis and those foreign luxury cars, purchasing it even used is difficult and still very much so pricey. So that just goes to show, like, the brand itself, the value goes such a long way. Same thing when it comes to just your interpersonal relationships, whether it's friendships, families, intimate partners. The more you fight to try to keep something, kind of like how the Nissan salesman was fighting to sell this car, it devalues it, brings the price down, it puts you at a discounted price, as opposed to you realizing what you bring to the table and saying, all right, if you want to go, peace out. I know what I bring to the table and I know what you're missing out on. So it's a matter of, like, if you're not going to choose me, then you're going to lose me. If you're not going to purchase this Lamborghini or be part of this club or be able to make this purchase, then you're going to miss out of the perks and benefits that it comes with. That's honestly what it really comes down to. And there is a tremendous amount of danger when it comes to chasing, because when you try to force a connection, you lose parts of yourself throughout the process. You're abandoning yourself to try to reel somebody in. You're saying, baby, come back, while you're walking away from yourself in the process. So chasing someone doesn't reciprocate your energy. When you chase someone that isn't reciprocating your energy, you ultimately diminish your self-worth, because you abandon yourself, tolerating and accepting less than what you deserve. And if you allow yourself to be in an environment that doesn't recognize your worth, you ultimately decrease your value. It's like when a person's trying to sell a home for $500,000 and they see the value and the worth of the home being $500,000, but somebody else might come along and say, to me, this home is only worth $250,000, so I'll offer you half of your asking price. You have two options. You can be like, you know what, I'll take what I can get, it's been on the market for X amount of time. Or you can say, you know what, I know the true value of this home, and I'm going to wait until the right buyer comes along and sees the value as well and purchases it, as opposed to just the first person that offers you what they deem is worth the value to purchase it. So I feel as though I believe that there's a big difference between value and worth. Worth is what other individuals are willing to spend or sacrifice, whether it's for a relationship or a person or a place or a thing. Value is its innate nature, what it actually, the importance of it, the value of it. And when you allow yourself to be in an environment that does not understand what you bring to the table, or treats you as if you are just not even valuable at all, it diminishes your value. You start honestly diminishing your own self-confidence, because if you think you deserve that type of treatment, what does that say about your self-love? What does it say about how you perceive yourself? If you're tolerating that, that means you think you deserve it to some degree or some level. Whether it's romantic relationships, friendships, or even business transactions, and just in relationships in general, it should be mutual. It should be an equal sacrifice. And if it doesn't feel like that, then you're in the wrong environment, wrong place, wrong person for you. If you have to convince someone of your value, they are not for you. And it pains me to say this, because I've been in that circumstance before, and it's a powerful learning lesson, because you realize that if they aren't for you, then something better will come along and treat you so well and so beautifully that you will be disappointed in yourself of what you allowed and what you tolerated in previous seasons. And that's the growth aspect of it, and the healing journey in general. You need to embrace God's plan when it comes to your self-worth, when it comes to your value and what you deserve, because the type of love or type of interaction that you should be receiving is the kind that you expect God wants you to receive, to be something that along the lines of, like, when you're feeling that pure, genuine love, God is like in the equation, and he's there overseeing it, approving it, and saying to himself, this is exactly what I wanted for you. It should grant that level of peace, because not everyone in your life is meant to stay. Some are just seasonal. Some are just meant for lessons, and others are for a lifetime. But don't get hung up holding on to a for now, trying to make it a forever. That's when we run into those mistakes, when we take a lesson and we try to hold on to it for a life. Just because someone walks away doesn't mean you lack value. It just means that their role in your story is over. It has ended. So take the lesson in it so that you can grow. Because if you hold on to the pain from it, you will delay and perpetuate your suffering. Your worth isn't determined by some other human's validation, some other human's perspective or perception of you. It's rooted in God. In scripture, Matthew 10 verse 14, NIV says, if anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet. Woo! Jesus himself teaches that we shouldn't waste our energy on people who don't receive us. If someone doesn't value you, let them go and move forward. Understand this. Let them choose you or lose you. Either way, it's a win-win. If they choose you, that's a win for both you and them. If they lose you and walk away, that's a win for you. You get to hold on to that peace. And that's a win for them too. They were courageous enough to realize that you were not for them, or they couldn't value you or give you what you needed. And guess what? They get to find someone that does, or maybe they need to put in that inner work to become the person that they are able to become in order to handle a person of your caliber, a person of your stature, a person of your kind, beautiful heart. Maybe they realize what you bring to the table and realize they're not prepared to sit at that table. And that's okay. You have to be able to let them go, because if you hold on, guess what? You end up getting dragged. And oftentimes, not oftentimes, all the time, it's in the wrong direction. And it becomes painful, and you end up getting more bruises and scratches and injuries than you were originally anticipated if you just let go. If you just let them be them and let you decide to just release them. I just want to say this. Thank you so much for watching this much into the video. That being said, if you're in a season of healing, understand I know what it's like to heal, to be in a season of pain and suffering, and it's not fun. It's messy, it's confusing, it's painful, but you don't have to do it alone. Join our healing community, Pieces to Peace. Click on the link in the description. It's free. It costs nothing but your time. There's so many modules, materials, and being able to connect with like-minded individuals on the same exact journey or similar journey as you, reminding you that you're not alone in this. I'd love to see you there. Click below to join it. Link is in the description. Excuse me. That being said, thank you so much for spending time and just being here. Drop a comment below. Share your thoughts. Tell me your favorite parts, what you learned, maybe other ideas for future videos. That being said, I love you from the bottom of my heart. God bless you. Subscribe, comment, like. Peace from Dees.